Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to this horror tag. So this is the Hey Internet. It's the horror tag created by Hey Internet. Eric here, I believe that's who it is who created this tag, and I was tagged by the Horror Miser Monty G to do this one. So yeah, I've been tagged by him, so here we are, I'm doing it now. So there are 12 questions, all to do with horror, so let's cut the chin wagging and get on with it. So question 1, scariest slasher character. Now, yeah, this one took a bit of thought. I thought Candyman is a good candidate, but I thought, he's also got a soothing voice. This one I'm going to go with Michael Myers. Yes, The Shape, because he's just, in the original Halloween, the first film, when he's a mental patient and you don't really know what his motive is or why he's doing what he's doing, and he's just silent, and the way he creeps up and everything. I think that's just and just to that a regular human being can be like that as well. I mean, yeah, they do go with some unrealism towards the end when he falls back, but that's a cliche now, but back then it wasn't, in 78 when that had come out. But yeah, Michael Myers, also the heavy breathing he does in the mask, and the way he just stands there emotionless, the way Dr. Loomis described it in the film, basically describing the mask that he's wearing. Yeah, I'm going with Michael Myers. I mean, yeah, Michael is cool. He is a cool slasher character, but yeah, at the same time, he's got the unsettling presence about him. Question 2, worst sequel in a horror franchise. Now, for this to qualify, the franchise has to have at least 4 or more installments. And for me, I'm going with Jaws: The Revenge, the 4th film in the Jaws franchise, and this pretty much killed the franchise because there's not been another Jaws movie since, and the plot was just a bit daft. I mean, why do sharks hold grudges? Sharks don't even have families, Oro. I'm just thinking, why would a fish be holding a grudge against a family? I mean, were they just trying to get a cash grab? I know Michael Caine was in it for the paycheck, but yeah, Jaws: The Revenge. Question 3, a horror movie I wish more people would talk about. This one I'm going with the 1995 film Sleep Stalker. This is a very underrated film, probably forgotten about as well, because I hardly ever hear people talk about it. It's a good, supernatural horror where a death row inmate who's a serial killer called the Sandman is put to death, and he comes back to life through sand, and he is the Sandman, and he tries to finish what he started all those years ago with the main protagonist when he was a kid. And there is a plot twist which I don't want to say because people need to check it out, they need to watch it. I think you can watch it on YouTube for free. If you can, type in Sleep Stalker 1995. Question 4, a horror remake you prefer over the original. A lot of people would probably say Cronenberg's The Fly and stuff, but I'm actually going with a slightly different flavour, and that is 13 Ghosts, the 2001 remake. I saw the classic one, the original, once, but I think the remake is better. I mean, as a kid, I'd got pretty creeped out by some of the ghosts, and it was, the ghosts and the makeup done for that was just pretty good for, and I liked it. I just enjoy this remake a lot more than its original. So 13 Ghosts. Question 5, a horror movie that didn't live up to the hype. Prometheus. I mean, it was a prequel. I know it's a prequel to Alien, and it was, and the way it was marketed and stuff, and with Ridley Scott returning. I mean, I like the film. I mean, I still enjoy it, but It's not really horror for me. It's more like science fiction adventure thriller. I don't find it much horror going on. Also, we don't even have the xenomorphs in this one. I think this is probably the only one in the Alien franchise to not feature them creatures. And I gotta say, when I first watched it, I was a little let down by all that, but again, it's an alright film, but it just didn't live up to the hype, and I don't think of it much as a horror film. So there you go. Question 6. Favourite horror animal? I'm gonna go with Church from Pet Sematary. The 1989 original. When I saw that film as a kid, that actually creeped the hell out of me. It scared me. I remember I didn't even sleep. I couldn't sleep the night I watched it because I laid awake thinking about it. And that cat is just menacing and evil. I mean, the cat they had for it, they must have tamed and trained pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to go with Church on this one. I could go with Cujo, but I love dogs. Yeah. In fact, I could even say Cujo, but I'm going to pick an animal from a horror that actually did scare me. Question 7. Favourite horror book not written by Stephen King? I'm going with Dracula from Bram Stoker. It's a lovely book. I've read it quite a couple of times, and yeah, Dracula. I mean, I've read other horror stuff, but I could, at the time when I was writing these questions down, I couldn't really think of anything off the top of my head other than Dracula, so that's it. Question 8. Favourite fire stunt in a horror movie? I'm going with Halloween 2 in the final act, where Dr. Loomis and Michael face off with each other, and they have that whole mass explosion, and Michael walks out on fire and collapses. I think that was a pretty cool stunt that involved fire, so I go with that one. Question 9. A horror movie that you feel you're the only one that enjoys it? Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I enjoy that one. I don't know if there's any others out there that do. I'm sure there is, but yeah, I love that film. It's sci-fi horror comedy, and it's absurd and silly, but I love it. Question 10. Coolest looking creature design that wasn't human? So, like, I don't know, the werewolf or an American werewolf in London can't be considered for this question, so I'm gonna go with the Gillman from The Creature from the Black Lagoon. I mean, it was because of this film I actually had a fear of open water. I mean, I wasn't put off with swimming pools, but it did make me quite unsettled by sea monsters. Even though that wasn't in the film, the Gillman wasn't from the sea, it was from a lagoon in South America. But yeah, I like the look of that at the time. I mean, yeah, it's probably tacky now, but yeah, I still think it's a good design for a gill-like monster. Question 11. A horror movie you didn't expect to like but enjoyed? I'm going with The Witch from 2015. Now, when this film came out, there were mixed reviews, people saying it's a slow burn, it's boring, which is why I was very reluctant to watch it. But for the past couple of years, I thought, hey, it's available to. I thought, hey, I just thought, during lockdown, I was bored. I thought, why not just watch this film? Get my own opinion on it, and I surprisingly enjoyed it. I actually enjoy the slow burn. For me, slow burns are a bit like I either like them or I don't. But this one, I liked it. Also, Black Phillip and his voice. Very ASMR-y. Yeah. So I'm going with The Witch on that one. And that's something I saw very recently as well. Question 12. This is the final question. Most memorable ending in a horror movie. This is, I didn't think for too long about this one. I'm going with Saw. Now, when I saw the Saw movies, my introduction to the series was Saw 2, but then I decided to go back and watch Saw, the first movie. And I mean, yeah, I kind of knew who the Jigsaw killer was, but I wasn't expecting that ending where he. I'm going to spoil it now, but if you haven't seen it, where have you been? I love that ending where he gets up off the floor and it turns out he's been there the whole time. I was like, what? I mean, I weren't expecting him to be like, laying there that whole time, but it was a twist that I actually were impressed by, and my jaw dropped and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, a lot of people will say that, and yeah, so Saw. Okay, so those are my questions and my answers. So now I'm going to tag some people. And the people that I will tag for this one, I'm going to tag Lisa Loves. I think she might like this one. I'm also going to tag Dice Rolling, because I don't think she's been tagged yet. And I'm going to also tag... I will also tag... let's see, come on, one more. Who can I tag? I'll probably also tag... God, I can't think now. Yeah, I'll just leave it there because I can't think of anyone else to tag. But yeah, if you want to do this tag, if you don't want to do it, no pressure, but it's just a bit of fun. If you want to do it, feel free to do so. So there you go. That's it for this video. So yeah, I've been Random Lost. This has been Hey Internet, it's the horror tag. So yeah, until next time, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe and all that, and until next time, don't have nightmares.